Good job by Georgia. Pitched exceptionally well. We threw the ball really well. Bullpen was outstanding. Just couldn't come up with with an at bat with runners on base. We needed a high leverage at bat with runners on base and just couldn't come up with one. And, they pitched really well defensively. Both teams played pretty well. We turned a couple double plays, which was good to see. But all in all, we just didn't do a good enough job of competing in the box. That's the bottom line. And, they were a little bit better.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. I know Georgia was trying to save arms for this weekend, but how rare is it for a team to make change after change with, go 8 pitchers without even allowing a run?
They pretty much do it every week in the midweeks. If you look at their, kind of their philosophy and what they do, they've done that quite a good bit. I think it's smart. Quite honestly, I think it's pretty tough offensively just because you're trying to game plan a little bit for a different arm every inning versus, your guys have seen that guy already, as a starter 2 times through the order or so. It makes it a little bit tougher to game plan against, that type of philosophy. But they do a good job of pitching. They pitched really well all year long. And that's what they've done in the middle of the week is pitch a lot of guys like that.
Monte, talk about the performance you got.
Can you speak up?
Yeah, Monte, talk about the performance you got.
We can't hear you. Can you speak up, please?
Hey,
Next
Coach.
question.
Alex Dodd from the Clemson Insider. How difficult was it for you guys to find any kind of rhythm offensively with their approach on the mound tonight?
Well, they just pitched really well. You give them credit. They threw the ball really well. We had some pretty good at bats, but at the end of the day, we had our opportunity there in the 8th inning, and we were unable to come through. That was really kind of the leverage at bat, the high leverage at bat that we needed, and we were unable to get it. And you give their pitching staff credit. There's a reason they pitch Pasquale at the end of the game. He's thrown 15 innings with no walks and 20 strikeouts. He's pretty dang good. So he's in there for a reason, and we needed to be able to, to get him when he gave us a strike, and we were unable to do that. But again, they pitched very, very well, and I thought we threw the ball well. I think they got the leadoff man on 5 or 6 times, and we were able to get out of most of those situations. They made us pay early in the game, but overall, I thought both teams pitched well. Difference was when they had opportunities early in the ball game, they capitalized, and we had an opportunity later in the game, and we did not. And that was the difference in the game.
Coach, it's Trevor again. Davis Sharp started at first in your last game, had 3 hits in the game. Is he what's his status from an injury standpoint? And do you see him pitching again anytime soon?
We'll know more probably by tomorrow on Davis's status.
Do you have an update on any of those other guys on the pitching staff? Mac, who wasn't available this weekend, or Ty?
Yeah, Mac. So as far as for last weekend, Anglin, Sharp, and Clark were not available for us on the weekend. Last weekend, we feel like Anglin will be. He's going to throw a bullpen tomorrow, see how he feels, and then we can determine after we see that where he be slated for the weekend. And then Clark is going to play catch tomorrow. We hope to get him maybe in the bullpen on Thursday and just see where he's at for the weekend as well.
Coach,
go ahead.
Coach, this is Caleb Browder from the Tiger. Obviously, tough game, losing 2-0. How do you readjust your focus here looking towards the weekend at an NC State team who's on a 4-game win streak and has looked pretty good as of late?
Well, you just immediately move on. I'm obviously frustrated right now. We got shut out at home, so I'm not in the best of moods right now. But we've been swinging the bats pretty well. You go back to last week. Our offense has been getting better and better. So I feel like we're in a good place. I feel like we're in a better place. I shouldn't say a good place offensively. We're in a better place offensively. NC State, you're right. They swept North Carolina. They've got really good players in their program. They had been struggling, and it looks like they're starting to find some rhythm and some confidence, and they're at home. So, we know we've got a tough test ahead of us going this weekend. So tomorrow looks like we got a pretty wet day. So it'll probably be an indoor day, and we'll start game planning for NC State tomorrow in the office, and we'll start trying to, prep for them and get ready starting tomorrow.
Coach, you go back to Athens in a couple weeks. I was one of the lucky few who were there a couple years ago for the 20-inning marathon. But just wanted to get your thoughts on this rivalry. You've got a lot of guys from the state of Georgia on your roster, obviously, and recruit that state really hard. Just how important is this series?
Well, we need to find a way to beat them. I mean, we do look at them as, one of our rivals. We have a lot of respect for Georgia, their staff. We recruit a lot of the same guys. We played a lot of close games with them here over the last couple of years, and it seems like they've been coming out on top. So, we need to find a way to play better against them.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Last up is James Parker. Go ahead with the questions.
Alex Dodd from the Clemson Insider. James, how difficult was it for you guys offensively to get in a rhythm with their philosophy with pitching changes tonight?
It was tough. We had a chance there at the end. And that was really, we needed to capitalize right there, and we didn't. But, they did a good job of putting in pitchers that were able to kind of go against one another. So they really didn't throw a pitcher in there that was the same as the one before. So it did keep us off balance. So, they did a great job. But we just got to be able to put the bats together and kind of string them together.
James, we haven't talked to you in over a week. Just want to get your thoughts on Alex Urban. What was going through your mind when he comes up to pinch hit again in the eighth with the bases loaded? Were you thinking, okay, here we go again? The guy seems to have ice water in his veins.
Yeah, he's a guy you want up there right there. He obviously, had a big, huge at bat for us the week before. So, he has a good approach. And in that situation, the pitcher just won. So, that's kind of just how baseball works. I thought he swung at a pitch that he could hit. And, I'm confident in his approach up there that he wasn't going out there just swinging. So, he's a guy that you want in that situation. And, unfortunately tonight, he just didn't come through. But he's definitely the guy you want out there.
James, how do you bounce back with another big weekend series and conference play on the road coming up with NC State?
Yeah, that's our focus. We just need to worry about bouncing back and really just, put this behind us and realize that we've got, 3 more opportunities in, a couple of days to play some good baseball and, continue a good streak in the ACC. So for us, it's just, putting this behind us and staying positive and, keeping energy up and being ready to go again Friday.
James, you go back to Athens in a couple of weeks to play Georgia again. The last time you were in Athens was that 20-inning marathon. What do you remember about that night?
It was a long one. I know that. So I don't think I played. I think I got put at third base literally the last inning. And the hit, of course, that won it was a kind of a bouncer to the 6 hole. So it was definitely a once in a lifetime probably experience, but it was pretty special. So we're just, we're looking forward to this weekend, and then in a couple of weeks, be able to bounce back at their place. So we're looking forward to it.
And how strongly do you guys look at Georgia as a rival? Obviously not as big as the South Carolina series, but is it right there, kind of your next biggest rivalry?
Yeah, I definitely think they're a rival. As many as guys that we have that are from Georgia, so I definitely think there's a rivalry there. And we just need to put this one behind us and focus on the next time we play them and just have a good game. So that's really what we're focused on.
James, this is Caleb Browder from the Tiger. Obviously, this game here is sandwiched between 2 pretty big ACC series for the team. What are your thoughts, and what's the kind of consensus in the dugout of having to now head back out to play NC State?
It's tough to come out here, have a great, whole week last week from midweek to, the weekend. and be able to come back, have a chance at home. But, we didn't come through tonight, and that's just kind of the way baseball works. So for us, it's just put it behind us, learn from, our mistakes tonight, but wake up in the morning and put this behind us and focus on everybody getting ready, everybody healthy for this weekend, and just, playing as a team this weekend, have a good series.
Anything else for James?
Thanks,
All right,
James.